KILR Killer Games.
Hello gamers, simmers, and pilots. I am the Killer Gamer, and welcome to my ambitious tour around the world featuring Microsoft Flight Simulator 2002, also called Flight Simulator 7, version 7. I don't hear very many people calling it that though, but that's what it is. So it's not just flying, we also do reviews too. And what we're going to be reviewing, and when we're continuing this from the last couple of flights, is MyTraffic 2004. So after this flight, we are going to check out 5 more airports around the world to see how MyTraffic works and how it fills things out, how it affects the air traffic control. You know, do we hear them, you know, mentioning them by name, you know, etc. Just to give us kind of an idea of, you know, is this going to be the right product for your, you know, for yourself? For me, I don't have a problem with it. I think it works out nicely. But with all that, let's get to the flying part first. And we'll explain where we're at and where we're going. And this is where we're at, right here at Champaign-Urbana, University of Illinois-Willard. And we're going to be going northwest. We're going to pass Bloomington. We just came from there. But we're going right over here to Greater Peoria. You know, the interesting thing is when we were landing last time at Bloomington, Illinois, ATC was saying, tune into Peoria approach, which I've noticed that the default ATC does some really odd stuff. It like, tune into Chicago Center, and then it will have you say, tune into Chicago Center again, but it'll be a slightly different frequency. Because I think Chicago Center might have like 2 or 3 different frequencies, but it has like changed between them, and then like change to like one approach, and then back to center, which is, now maybe that's the way it's supposed to happen, but I don't notice it like that in the like dedicated ATC programs, so such as ProFlight 98, 2000, Emulator, Vox ATC. I don't notice it with that. Even with the default ATC on X-Plane, I didn't really notice being handed off that many times. So it's just a kind of quirk with the default ATC that I kind of have. But other than that, it's got a lot of options, more options than what I've seen on some of the other ATC things. I mean, and it works. You know, when it comes to, like, you know, in the box, it works. It works decently. It's definitely not perfect. And between 2002 and FSX, I can't speak for prepared because I don't have it yet, but I don't think it's advanced that much, if at all. I think it's relatively the same. Will it ever be advanced on the default? Who knows? Your guess is as good as mine. But let's go ahead and get things turned on here. This time, whoops, we're not going to leave the... Apparently the batteries get drained, which I did not know. I did not think they seriously got drained on, and you know, that they did it that realistically in Flight Simulator 2002. So that was interesting when that happened a couple of times to me. Okay, we're going to turn on our lights. Then we're going to turn on our avionics. And lastly, we are going to tune in to ATIS.
Champaign Airport Information Hotel 0515 Zulu weather. Wind 160 at 11. Visibility 50. Sky condition ceiling 2000 broken. Temperature 2.2. Altimeter 2986. Visual approach runway 14 right in use. Landing and departing runway 14 right. PFR aircraft stay direction of flight. Read back all runway hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Hotel. Champaign Airport Information Hotel 0515.
We're going to tune into clearance now. Also, too, it's just so easy to go through this air traffic control and just like 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 1. You could just go through the motions of just changing the radios and stuff like that, but sometimes these guys, they talk so fast, you're like trying to get your, you know, you're trying to get in there quickly, so.
Champaign clearance delivery. Cessna 13 Foxtrot, ready to copy IFR clearance to Peoria. Cessna 13 Foxtrot is cleared to Peoria Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 4000. Departure frequency is 121.35, squawk 0415.
Okay, so what did he say? He said 121.35. Let's see, let's make sure.
Champaign clearance delivery. Didn't copy that. Please repeat for Cessna 13 Foxtrot. Cessna 13 Foxtrot is cleared to Peoria Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 4000. Departure frequency is 121.35, squawk 0415.
Okay.
Cessna 13 Foxtrot, cleared to Peoria Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 4000. Departure on 121.35, squawk 0415. Cessna 13 Foxtrot, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.8. Good day.
Good day. Good day, eh? Good day, eh? I'm just clicking in and out of the simulator, so that's why the sound goes in and out, in case you're wondering. And also, do you notice the graphics when I do that? Watch this. Isn't that weird? Look at that. See how it kind of goes? Kind of reminds me of Flight Simulator 2002, where you got all that banding stuff going on, and the graphics look like, but then it smooths out when you click on it. That doesn't happen though with Flight Simulator 2000. You click on it, it doesn't look smooth. Although it looks smoother on Windows 7 than it does Windows 98. But hey, I griped enough about that during that series.
Champaign ground. Cessna 13 Foxtrot with hotel, ready to taxi IFR. Cessna 13 Foxtrot, taxi to and hold short of runway 14 right, using taxiway Alpha 1 Charlie. Contact tower on 120.4 when ready. Taxi runway 14 right, using taxiway Alpha 1 Charlie. Cessna 13 Foxtrot. Cessna 13 Foxtrot is unfamiliar with the airport. Request progressive taxi. Cessna
I wish we didn't have to hear that.
Follow the path drawn on the taxiway.
I would have been fine if it was kind of like, if it was just quiet and it just put it on the ground instead of like, I'm dumb, I don't know where the airport's at. Okay. Yeah, I don't quite like that part of it. I'm gonna drop one thing of flaps here. There it is. Well, eventually, we may not have to do that, because I am in the process of inheriting, with a bit of a cost, through someone on eBay. Her father was a pilot and passed away, but played the heck out of FSX and also FS9, I believe, and has manuals and charts from all over the world. I got a few of them, but there's like, oh, I don't know, like 30, 40 of these manuals. And she wanted to make sure that they went to someone who's going to make use out of them. And I said, right here, man. Right here. Yeah, we are definitely going to be making use of all of that stuff. My goodness. What? Whoa, 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 Sparky. What's going on here? Yeah, we're definitely going to be making use of all that. And those charts are going to really come in handy. I mean, he's got charts, approach charts. He's got the airport charts themselves with the runways and the taxiways will all be labeled out. So, I mean, all I got to do is just pull the menu out, take a look, and oh, okay. This taxiway, great, got it. You know, we can add a little bit of realism and, you know, not the pinkish little line that's, whoa, going in our view. Does that happen to anyone? I don't mean the pink line, but when you're playing, like, a game or something like that, it's like your system decides to act like you clicked outside of it and then it goes back. That seems to happen a lot. And it doesn't matter if it's Windows 7 or if it's Windows 10. I've had it happen on both. I don't know why it does that. We'll just park right there. So we can go and go to Tower.
Champaign Tower, Cessna 13 Foxtrot, ready for IFR departure, runway 14 right. Cessna 13 Foxtrot, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff. Cessna 13 Foxtrot.
Alright. Y'all ready for this? Think of the song. Y'all ready for this? Da 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 da. 2 Unlimited. Ah, back when techno was fresh. I know it can be argued like, that's not techno. It is if you take all the singing and the rap out of it, it is. Their first album I bought when I was in Germany, and it's got like all the and that was a get ready for this. It was their, man, that's like their first hit, I think. Or no, there's one called the Twilight Zone. Can't remember exactly which one. Oh man, I need to find my CD of that.
Cessna 13 Foxtrot, contact Champaign departure on 121.35. Good day. 121.35 for Cessna 13 Foxtrot. Good day. Champaign departure. Cessna 13 Foxtrot is at 1,400, climbing 4,000. Chicago Center, U.S. Air, Airport 906 is at flight level 332, descending flight level 240, Cessna 13 Foxtrot. Champaign departure. Roger. Current altimeter 2986, U.S. Air 24906. Chicago Center, Roger. Cessna 13 Foxtrot. You are 77 miles southeast. Turn left heading 315. Climb and maintain 4,000. Expect a visual approach. Vectors to Peoria, runway 22. Altimeter Peoria 2986. USAP 7340. Traffic alert. 3 o'clock. Less than 1 mile. Flight level 349er.
Whoops.
737. Report them in sight. USAP 7340. Contact Chicago Center
USAP.
on 125.05. Good day. Chicago Center, USAP 82 with you. Cessna 13 Foxtrot. Expect visual approach. Runway 22. Turn left heading 315. Climb and maintain 4,000. Amtrak 826. Contact Chicago Center on 135.75. Good day.
135.75. Amtran 826. Good day.
USAP 2662. Contact Chicago Center on 135.75.
So in regards to that album, it's got all of the songs, and then after that it's got the instrumental versions, which sound like straight up techno. Oh man, let's see if I can. I've got it, but let's see if I can find that on my phone or something. Actually, I might have it. I don't want to click out of the simulator to get
Chicago
to it.
Center, Pan Am 2638 with you. Flight level 320, Pan Am 2638. Chicago Center, Roger.
Chicago Center, USAP 5432 with you.
USAP 5432, Chicago Center, Roger. Chicago Center, November 201 Alpha Tango with you. Flight level 310, U.S. Air 24906. Descend and maintain 13,000. Proceed on course, November 201 Alpha Tango. Chicago Center, Roger. Descend and maintain 13,000. Proceed on course, U.S. Air 24906. U.S. Air 24906. Contact Indianapolis Center on 132.2. Good day. Learjet 6 Mike Juliet. Contact Chicago Center on 135.75. Good day.
135.75.
So it might be a while.
For Learjet 6 Mike Juliet. Good day.
Actually, yeah, I think it's going to be a bit. All right. We'll let this continue here, and I'm going to see if I can find something on one of my hard disks here. I wish we can get the sound going there while I was searching, but well, he's telling us, please expedite your climb to 4,000. Alright, there.
1 Alpha Tango. Contact Chicago Center on 135.75. Good day. American 38906. Traffic is 6 o'clock. 1 mile at flight level 309er. Report them in sight. Cactus 2038. Contact Kansas City Center on 124.3. Good day.
124.3 for Cactus 2038. Good day.
It's not on that drive. Oh my goodness, I gotta unplug this. So, what are you doing to your aircraft there, Killer Gamer? I'm unplugging stuff and plugging stuff in. That's what I'm doing. We're jerry-rigging it. Good YouTuber, by the way. Jerry-rig everything. If you want to see a guy that like really puts a phone through the test as far as how well it's made, jerry-rig everything.
Chicago Center, U.S. Air 5658 is at 14,600, descending 1.
And he's just a cool guy, and he does not like Apple. And he pokes at them at every opportunity. It's funny.
Continental 4830 with you. South 82. Contact Kansas City Center on 1.
USAF. Alright, let me see here. Should be under my 90s stuff. I think. Oh, we're being handed off here.
124.3. USAF 82. Good day. US Air 5658. Contact Champagne approach on 121.35. Good day. Cessna 13 Foxtrot. Did you hear my last transmission?
You have to shut up, I might.
Contact Chicago Center on 119.225. Good day. 132.85 for Cessna 13 Foxtrot. Good day.
Going to 11.
Champagne departure. Cessna 13 Foxtrot with you. Cessna 13
Weren't we on departure?
Champagne departure. Roger. Current altimeter 2986.
Weren't we already on that? Okay. Well, let's see. I don't have it on that one, so I must have it in my Techno folder. There it is. There it is. Oh, what? I didn't copy the whole thing? Or did I? Yes, I did. Okay. So the songs are Get Ready for This, Twilight Zone, The Magic Friend, Contrast, Rougher Than the Average, Delight. And then you have, oh, I'm missing a few songs in there that I didn't copy over. That I didn't rip from my CD. Wonder why. I don't know. But then you have instrumental versions. So here is the song Get Ready. All right. Now let me play the, this is the instrumental version. We're like jamming out here. Kind of goes with flight.
Y'all ready for this?
Yeah, but so it just kind of continues there.
Y'all ready for this?
Twilight Zone, I think, might have been the first release. I don't know. But here's the Twilight Zone instrumental version. All right. Anyway. Yeah, we have a total blast on these flights. These aren't your grandpa's flights. This is flying for a whole new generation. With an old fogey like myself that has never actually flown for real. I'll give you a little secret. I have a thing about heights. It's more of the falling part that bothers me. Actually, I like flying. I don't have a problem in airplanes and stuff like that. And I say that a lot. I say, and stuff like that, and stuff like that, and stuff like that. It's a whole bunch of stuff that's like that. Bad habit. Anyhow, airline flying has never really bothered me. Unless I eat before going on the plane. Then it bothers me. For the first time I gone in a helicopter ride, my wife and I were on our anniversary, and we went on a helicopter ride. Which now I was thinking, oh yeah, this is going to be cool. But I also had a feeling it was going to affect my heights type of thing. It did a little bit. Especially when we hit turbulence and that thing was rocking all around, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, the only thing keeping me from where I'm at and the ground down below is this metal tin thing with propellers and stuff that are on it. Other than that, it felt like I was being held kind of like dangling over the air. But as far as actually flying a plane or flying like a Cessna, I don't know if I'd be able to do it. I don't know if I'd be able to do it, or if I would have a problem. It's hard to say. My goal is to rebuild my i7 computer. Or basically a new i7 computer, because I think the motherboard or the processor went out on the one that I had. But I want to rebuild one that I can use as a virtual machine and play Flight Simulator in VR. That'll be like, to me, that'll be like the next closest thing. I mean, like as close as it possibly can get to being real. And you know what? I think I would be fine with that.
Peoria approach. United 220 with you.
United 220, Peoria approach, roger.
It'll still be cheaper than getting a license and getting a plane for that matter.
Peoria approach, American 334 is at 10,300, descending 2,900. American 334, Peoria approach, roger. Altimeter 2984, American 334, turn right heading 340. Turn right heading 340, American 334.
There's our destination here. Going to click out of the simulator here briefly. Have a good time. Take a break. Have yourself a Snickers bar. Killer Gamers World Tour has been brought to you in part by Snickers. Have a good time. Take a break. Are you ready for this?
Cessna 13, Foxtrot. Turn left heading 275.
Turn left heading 275. Cessna 13 Foxtrot.
Cessna 13 Foxtrot. Turn right heading 305.
I hate when they do this.
Turn right heading 305. Cessna 13 Foxtrot.
Here, let's move you to here, and then let's move you back this direction. And if you don't do what they say, then they cancel your whole flight plan. Jerks. Oh.
220. Turn left heading 210.
Turn left heading 210.
Who do they
United
think they
220.
are, anyway?
American 334. Turn left heading 335. Turn left heading 335. American 334.
American 334, turn left 335.
Turn right heading 240.
Turn right heading 240. United 220.
Boy, those can get real confusing.
American 334.
Turn left heading 333.
Turn left heading 305.
05,
American
American
334. United 220. Descend and maintain 2,800.
Boy, you hear a lot of voices talking to each
Descend
other.
and maintain 2,800. United 220.
Are there voice packs or anything that you can download to add voices to? I remember reading somewhere that you can add
American
voices,
334.
but
Peoria approach on 125.8.
it is painstaking. There's like
5.8. American 334 today.
lots of recordings or something that you got to do. Or maybe not. I mean, I know there's like a voice edit pack, but I think it only allows you to edit the existing voices that are in there. This is why I like ProFlight Emulator, which is based off of ProFlight 2000, but it has so many voices,
124.45. United
so it
220.
doesn't
Good day.
sound stale, the same voices. It's still better than X-Plane ATC though, where you've only got two voices, and one's in a helicopter and one's in a jet plane. Oh, that gets tiring. At first I was like, oh, I like the sound of this. This sounds good. And then after about 5-10 minutes, I'm like, all right, I'm done. When I found out that there was a plugin that allowed me to use my ProFlight emulator over on X-Plane, I'm like, I'm all over this one. Sadly, though, I don't get any of the chatter. The only thing that I get is the actual instructions from ATC. They do not communicate with the air traffic, which is another thing that X-Plane has a problem with, is air traffic. It practically doesn't really have any. Kind of. It like puts like maybe 2 planes out there, around the airport or whatnot. And that's it. So it's kind of pathetic, really. And World Traffic 3 is pretty good. It's not perfect. It definitely has some issues, but it works. But ProFlight Emulator can't really communicate with World Traffic, so it's not like it's going to be able to see what World Traffic is doing and be able to communicate that with chatter, so you just don't have that. So I wind up having I got the World Traffic 3 traffic going in X-Plane, and then I use the ProFlight emulator for the ATC, but then I also there's a plugin called XATC Chatter, so I use that to kind of fill in the dead air, but sometimes it'll talk over. Can't really help that. but at least there's something.
Peoria approach, UPS 5126 with you. UPS 5126.
But I'll also
Peoria approach,
use
Roger. Current altimeter 298.
liveatc.net as well to add that local flavor where we're flying. And that was all because of what I was doing with Flight Simulator 5. Because Flight Simulator 5 has this program called Real ATC, and it's basically an ATC chatter program. It's just generic files, and after you've heard it, after you play a good flight with it once, it gets kind of boring after that because you hear the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. But they're WAV files, they can be replaced. So I was going in and I was downloading the stuff from liveatc.net and then converting it to a file format and frequency, because it has to be recorded at a certain bit rate and stuff, so that way I could use it in the Real ATC program. And then I would change it between the airports and stuff, and it really added a nice little local flair. It gave it that extra nice touch to an old simulator. And then it just got better with Flight Simulator 98 because I've got the ProFlight 98, and it has the plugins available to make ProFlight 98 work together with Flight Director, with FS Clouds, and also the Real ATC. So now the Real ATC chatter is not speaking over the ProFlight 98 ATC and back and forth. They all work together. And then when you put in like the live ATC recordings in there, oh wow, Flight Simulator 98 winds up being a lot of fun. So that's one series I'm definitely having a total blast with. I definitely did not enhance that simulator when I was playing it when it first came out. We are 28 miles, well, probably a little less than 28 miles away. Okay, so barely see the airport, but right here, if I zoom in, alright, can't really see it there, but yeah, right here is the airport. It's underneath my head.
.225 for UPS 5126 today. Cessna 13 Foxtrot. Contact Peoria approach on 125.8 today.
125.8. Cessna 13 Foxtrot. Good day. Peoria approach. Cessna 13 Foxtrot with you 4000. Cessna 13 Foxtrot. Peoria approach. Roger. Current altimeter 2982.
You saw it earlier, but there was a flight over here somewhere. I saw another aircraft.
Peoria approach. UPS 5126 with you, 2,900.
UPS 5126, Peoria approach, roger, altimeter 2983.
look up the ILS runway, because it looks like we can maybe tune into the ILS and just use the back course of it. That would be useful. Let's see here. Air nav. I think we can look this up before we get there. KPIA. Oh yeah, on this channel we don't use iPads. iPads are evil.
Peoria approach. Cessna November 181 Charlie November. With you 5,700. Cessna November 181 Charlie November. Peoria
So 2-2.
approach. Roger. Current altimeter 2981.
So that would be ILS runway 4. Well, crap, I don't know which one. I guess it's that one. Yeah. Okay, so the localizer is what? 110.55.
UPS 5126. Turn right heading 305.
Turn right heading 305. UPS 5126.
UPS 5126. Turn left heading 275.
Turn left heading 275. UPS 5126.
So if we set this to 221 or close to it,
Cessna 13 Foxtrot. Turn left heading 275. UPS 5126. Turn left heading 245. Cessna 1 Charlie November. Descend and maintain 2,800. Turn left heading 275. Cessna 13 Foxtrot. Descend and maintain 2,800. Cessna 1 Charlie November.
Turn left heading 245. UPS 5126.
the airport is going to be out here
Cessna
somewhere.
13 Foxtrot. Turn right heading 305.
What?
Cessna 13 Foxtrot. Traffic is 1 o'clock, 4 miles at 2,900. Boeing 727. Report them in sight. UPS 5126. Traffic is 8 o'clock, 4 miles at 4,000. Cessna Skylane. Report them in sight. Turn right heading 305. Cessna 13 Foxtrot. Cessna 13 Foxtrot. Traffic is 8 o'clock, 4 miles at 4,500. Cessna Skylane. Report them in sight. Cessna 1 Charlie November. Traffic is 12 o'clock, 4 miles at 4,000. Cessna Skylane. Report them in sight. Cessna 13 Foxtrot. Traffic in sight.
Oh, there's someone right there in front of me.
Charlie November. Have the Cessna Skylane in sight.
UPS 5126. Have the Cessna Skylane in sight.
Cessna 1 Charlie November. Turn left heading 305. Turn left heading 305. Cessna 1 Charlie November. UPS 5126. Airport is 11 miles. After 10 o'clock. Turn left.
Guess we'll be
heading
following that
220.
plane in.
Report runway in sight.
Turn left heading 215. UPS 5126. UPS 5126. I have the runway in sight.
UPS 5126. Cleared for the visual approach. Runway 22.
Cleared for the visual approach. Runway 22. UPS 5126.
Let's get ourselves slowed down here.
Peoria approach. American 38902 with you.
American 38902. Peoria approach. Roger. Current altimeter 2980.
Yeah, we got a fella right over here.
Cessna 13 Foxtrot. Descend and maintain 3,600. Cessna 13 Foxtrot. Descend and maintain 3,200. Descend and maintain 3,200. Cessna 13 Foxtrot.
It's like, can you decide?
5126. Contact Peoria Tower on 119.1. Good day.
119.1, GPS 5126, good day.
What do you want to drop to? I'd like to drop maybe a little lower, but...
Peoria departure, United Express 558 is climbing through 2,100 for 15,000. United Express 558, Peoria departure, roger, current altimeter 2979er, Cessna 13 Foxtrot, turn left heading 245, United Express 558, contact Peoria departure on 119.905, good day. Turn left heading 245, Cessna 13 Foxtrot.
Peoria approach, November Foxtrot, Oscar Kilo Kilo is out of 6,000 for 2,800.
Cessna 1 Charlie November, turn left heading 245, November Foxtrot, Oscar Kilo Kilo, Peoria approach, roger, current altimeter 2981. Turn left heading 245, Cessna 1 Charlie November. 119.905, Fort United Express 558, good day. American 38902, turn right heading 160.
Turn right heading 160, American 38902.
Peoria departure, United Express 558 is climbing through 6,100.
Kind of dark over here, but that's where the airport's at.
American 38902.
You can see the light right there.
Heading 190, United Express 558, Peoria departure, roger, altimeter 2980, Oscar Kilo Kilo, turn left heading 340, Cessna 13 Foxtrot, airport is at your 10 o'clock, 9 miles. Turn left heading 215, report runway inside.
Turn right heading 190, American 38902. Turn left heading 340, Oscar Kilo Kilo.
Turn left heading 215, Cessna 13 Foxtrot, Cessna 1 Charlie November, airport is at your 10 o'clock, 9 miles. Turn left heading 215, report runway inside. Cessna 13 Foxtrot, runway inside. Cessna 13 Foxtrot, cleared for the visual approach, runway 22. Cleared for the visual approach, runway 22. Cessna 13 Foxtrot, Oscar Kilo Kilo, turn left heading 305, Cessna 1 Charlie November, traffic alert, 10 o'clock, less than 1 mile, 3,200. Cessna Skylane, report them inside. Turn left heading 215, Cessna 1 Charlie November, Cessna 1 Charlie November, has the runway inside. Cessna 1 Charlie November, cleared for the visual approach.
Doesn't look like the back course thing is really working.
Cleared for the visual approach, runway 22, Cessna 1 Charlie November, United Express 558, contact Chicago Center on 124.55, good day. Cessna 1 Charlie November, have the Cessna Skylane in sight.
Turn left heading 305, Oscar Kilo Kilo.
Going to 124.55, United Express 558, good day. American 38902, airport is 11 miles, at your 12 o'clock, turn right heading 220, report runway inside. American 38902, traffic is 12 o'clock, 4 miles at 2,800.
What'd they do, turn the lights off on the other runways?
American 38902, traffic is 12
Goodness,
o'clock, 4
can't
miles
really
at 3,000.
see it.
Cessna Skylane, report them inside.
Turn right heading 220, American 38902, American 38902, has the runway inside.
American 38902, cleared for the visual approach, runway 22.
Cleared for the visual approach, runway 22, American 38902, American 38902, traffic in sight.
Oscar Kilo Kilo, turn left heading 275.
Turn left heading 275, Oscar Kilo Kilo.
Well, we know where that one plane's going. He's still there in front of us.
Cessna 13 Foxtrot, contact Peoria Tower on 119.1.
I see the runway now.
Oscar Kilo Kilo, turn left heading 245. Going to 119.1. Cessna 13 Foxtrot, good day. Peoria Tower, Cessna 13 Foxtrot is 5 miles northeast, inbound.
Well, that's
on the
not the
visual runway
plane.
22, approach.
That's the
Cessna
VASI
13
indicator.
Foxtrot, Peoria Tower, fly straight in, runway 22, altimeter 2980, Cessna 13 Foxtrot, cleared to land, runway 22, numbered 1 for landing. Cleared to land, runway 22, numbered 1, Cessna 13 Foxtrot.
There's a plane right there doing something. Looks like he's about ready to take off. That whole time, that white light I thought was another plane going in. Well, that wouldn't make sense, would it? Because we would be behind it, so we shouldn't be seeing white light. Now, most pilots at this point probably say, you know what, maybe we'll just do a missed approach. But not on this show. We don't do that. We don't believe in stinking missed approaches. A missed approach is a missed opportunity. We can adjust ourselves. For the most part, we can.
Peoria Tower, American 38902, please 6 miles east inbound on the visual runway 22, approach.
American 38902, Peoria Tower, enter left base, runway 22, altimeter 2980, American 38902, cleared to land, runway 22, number 2 for landing, follow Cessna Skylink on final.
Cleared to land, runway 22, number 2, American 38902.
Peoria Tower, Cessna November 181 Charlie November is 5 miles northeast inbound on the visual runway 22 approach. Cessna November 181 Charlie November. Peoria Tower, make straight in runway 22, altimeter 2980 Cessna 1 Charlie November. Cleared to land, runway 22, number 3 for landing, follow Boeing MD-80 on base. Cleared to land, runway 22, number 3, Cessna 1 Charlie November.
We're on our way down here. We got ourselves a good glide here. Red over white. That's kind of like what we're looking for. And down we go. Turn our power
Peoria
down.
Tower, November Foxtrot, Oscar Kilo, 5 miles northeast inbound on the visual runway 22, approach.
November Foxtrot, Oscar Kilo, Peoria Tower, make straight in, runway 22, altimeter 2980, Oscar Kilo, cleared to land, runway 22, number 4 for landing, follow Cessna Skylink on final. Cessna 13 Foxtrot, exit runway when able.
Cleared to land,
Yeah, we'll do it
runway
right over
22,
here.
number 4, Oscar Kilo.
There we go.
Cessna 13 Foxtrot, contact ground on 121.85. 121.85 for Cessna 13 Foxtrot, good day. Peoria ground, Cessna 13 Foxtrot, taxi to parking.
Cessna 13 Foxtrot, taxi to general aviation parking, using taxiway Bravo Mike Charlie.
Taxiing to general aviation parking, using taxiway Bravo Mike Charlie, Cessna 13 Foxtrot.
Wow, what do they have parked over here?
Cessna
Where is the
13
general aviation
Foxtrot
at?
is unfamiliar with the airport. Request progressive taxi.
Cessna 13 Foxtrot, follow the path drawn on the taxiway.
What path? I can see a path. Is it this direction? There it is. Okay. Oh, so they want us to go over this direction. All right. We'll wait for this guy to pass by. Oh, you're not, huh? Okay. Well, just kind of, you know, clip me with your wing. That's cool.
Continue taxiing.
we hit each other.
Peoria, ground, Cessna, November 181 Charlie. Request taxi to parking.
Cessna, November
Like,
181
we literally hit each
November,
other.
Taxi to General Aviation Parking via taxiway Bravo Bravo.
Taxi to General Aviation Parking via taxiway Bravo Bravo. Cessna, November 181 Charlie, November.
We're like stuck.
Roger, Cessna 13 Foxtrot.
That's what happens when you fail to hold short or whatever. Your wings get caught with someone else. Hey, that's how you make friends. Or enemies. Think positively.
Peoria clearance delivery Delta 6392 IFR to Kennedy ready to copy. Delta 6392 is cleared to Kennedy Airport is filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain flight level 328. Departure frequency is 125.8. Squawk 4127. Delta 6392 cleared to Kennedy Airport is filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain flight level 3.
Man, it's taking us to like the other side of the airport.
Squawk 4127. Delta 6392, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.85. Good day. Peoria ground. Delta
It didn't want us anywhere near the other
November. Ready to taxi.
the other ones.
IFR. Delta 6392. Taxi to and hold short of runway 13. Using taxiway Mike Echo. Contact tower at 119.1 when ready. Taxi runway 13 via taxiway Mike Echo. Delta 6392.
We wouldn't normally get this much chatter, I don't think. But traffic is up to 100% because otherwise you don't get like all the different varieties of aircraft, like the smaller ones and stuff. Yeah, it was something that we read in the manual the first time that we were looking at this. Okay. Well, that, I think, is good. Go ahead and turn that off and turn our radios off. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, maybe we should turn off the lights. I'm like, well, we already turned them off. Okay, well, that's it. We are here at Peoria now. So what we're going to go ahead and do, I'll do a quick save of our situation here, and then we'll switch this over to daytime, just take a look and see what's here as far as the airlines are concerned, and then we'll check out the 5 airports around the world and see what MyTraffic does for them. Okay, so here we are daytime at Peoria. We have a, looks like just a regular Cessna sitting over there. Pretty much next to where we're located. As far as the other side of Peoria, we've got a UPS over here, and not quite sure what kind of plane that is. And then we got some other stuff hanging out here. Now, and I don't know if, well, it's Peoria International, so I guess it would have some of these flights there. But American Airlines, Continental, that's wrong direction. Or Continental Express, anyway. Got a tiny little Cessna in there. U.S. Air. We've got Northwest Airlines and Southwest Airlines. I think that pretty much covers it for this airport. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out Riyadh. I don't know, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia is what we're going to check out. Here we are at Saudi Arabia. This is Khaled International. And so we can see Saudi Arabian. And what do we have down here? Same thing. Have a whole lot of them actually. And was that NATO one? Nope, that's Royal Saudi Air Force. Looks like they're pretty much all the same over here. What about over here? This looks like general aviation. Yeah, there's a few that are. And I don't know if these textures are with FScene or not. The 3 volumes should cover the whole world, so if that is the case, then these textures you're seeing are not the basic textures. This is from the FScene add-ons. So let's bring ourselves down here and tune into air traffic control and see if they're recognizing these folks. Oh yeah, it's not going to work if we don't have the airplane turned on. There we go. Oh, really? Do I not have it on? Now try it.
Ground, Cessna 13 Foxtrot, IFR to Oscar Echo Romeo, ready to copy.
Cessna 13 Foxtrot is cleared to Oscar Echo Romeo, airport is filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 16,000. Departure frequency is 120.0, squawk 6526.
Cessna 13 Foxtrot, cleared to Oscar Echo Romeo, airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 16,000. Departure on 120.0, squawk 6526.
Cessna 13 Foxtrot, read that correct. Contact ground on 121.6. Good day. Ground, Saudi 5932, IFR to Abha, ready to copy. Saudi 5932 is cleared to Abha, airport is filed.
I think that's pretty much the most that we're going to hear is Saudi.
Departure frequency is 120.0, squawk 3076. Saudi 5932, cleared to Abha, airport is filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain flight level 2.
That's okay though.
Departure at 1.
At least we know that it's recognizing what's out here. That is the point. Alright, so let's go to our next airport, which is going to be Kerman International in Iran. And here we are with Kerman International in Iran. It doesn't look like it put anything. I thought maybe we would find like an Iranian airlines or airways or something here, but there's nothing. It didn't populate anything here. I thought it would at least populate, you know, all airports with something. Even general aviation, if anything, but nope. Not here. Let's come down to the ground here. Let's tune in our ATC and see if we'll tune in tower. See if they communicate with anyone. We'll give it just a little bit. Doesn't seem like it. Okay. Well, that was a failed test here. This is why we're doing this. This is why I'm randomly choosing airports. I've not even looked at these airports. I kind of looked on Google Maps just as a global type of thing and said, okay, let me just pick something here, 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 and I would look. Like, for example, I would say, okay, do a search on Iran airports. And I would look to try to see, okay, what's the most popular airport that's there? That's an international airport. To, you know, get a good indication of what is, you know, being generated. This is, I think, the best one I could find. And, well, as you can see, there's nothing here. But remember, I have two other traffic programs. I've got FStraffic and I got Ultimate Traffic. So this test that we're doing between all these airports, we're going to run the same exact test on these same airports with the other traffic programs. But we're not doing that all in one show. We'll be doing these 5 at a time. Over the course of several episodes. So this is episode 3 out of 6 that we're using MyTraffic on, and then we're going to go to FStraffic and redo these 6 airports. So anyway, on this one, our next one is going to be Kuwait International. So here is Kuwait International, and we do have some planes here. Looks like we got Eva Air, Olympic, Korean Air Cargo. There's some general aviation right over here. Okay. Those I can't read. They could be an Iranian, I don't know. Garuda, Indonesia. Let's see, do we have the same type of Kuwait? There's Kuwait Airways. I was wondering if we were going to see that. I wonder if it's written in language, like on one side it's the native language and on the other side it's English. That's exactly what it is. See, so it's Kuwait Airways on one side, and then it's got their native language on the other side. JAT. Saudi Arabian. You can see them all starting to move. Okay, let's turn off slew. And let's get our ATC going on this one and listen to them.
Learjet 6, Mike Juliet, continue taxi. Roger, Learjet 6, Mike Juliet.
We might be able to just listen to ground. Maybe.
Kuwait round, Cessna 1-3 Foxtrot, ready to copy IFR clearance.
I hear more
Kerman,
on tower
Cessna
frequency.
1-3 Foxtrot is cleared to Kerman Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain
This is
17
Kerman Airport?
Departure frequency is 121.3, squawk 2412. Cessna 1-3 Foxtrot, cleared to Kerman Airport as
Kerman,
filed.
okay.
Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 17000. Departure on 121.3, squawk 2412. Cessna 1-3 Foxtrot, readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.7 when ready to taxi. Good day. Olympic 6338, hold position. Caution the Learjet on the taxiway. Olympic 6338, continue taxi.
Kuwait ground.
That's not
Indonesia
Olympic.
3442 heavy. IFR
You said
Nora ready to copy.
Olivia.
Indonesia 3442, heavy.
Indonesia.
Riyadh Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain flight level 2900. Departure frequency is 121.3, squawk 1123.
Indonesia 3442 heavy. Cleared to Nora Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain flight level 2900. Departure on 121.3, squawk 1123.
Indonesia 3442, heavy. Readback correct. Contact ground on 121.7. Good day. Kuwait round, Cessna 1-3 Foxtrot, ready to taxi IFR. Cessna 1-3 Foxtrot, taxi 2 and hold short of runway 15 left via taxiway Echo 1. Contact tower on 118.3 when ready. Taxi runway 15 left.
Okay. Just automatically tune the tower. I want to see if they have a
5830. Contact Kuwait departure on 121.3. Good day.
121.3, Turkey 5830. Good day.
you see he said Turkish. So I don't know if how accurate that is. Like, should they be saying Turk Air and not Turkish? Or Turkey? We sure getting close to Thanksgiving. It's all about turkey. And turkey leftovers. Well, we're seeing planes taking off, but we're taxiing at least. Ugh.
Kuwait Tower, 9er, Kilo Charlie Tango Juliet at runway 15 left, ready for takeoff. IFR to Damascus.
9er Kilo Charlie Tango Juliet, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff. 9er, Kilo Charlie Tango Juliet.
Oh, okay. Well, I think we didn't hear in Kuwait Airways. Maybe one's not ready yet, but at least we did hear some others. Let's go ahead and check out our fourth airport, which is going to be Tegel International in Berlin, Germany. So here we are at Tegel International in Berlin, Germany. And right off the bat, you can see what you would expect. Lufthansa, Germania, Air Berlin. Is there something over there? Nope. Oh, and on the other side, Lufthansa, Germania. Was that Pegasus? Finnair, Iceland Air. We got something there. We got some more aircraft over here. More Lufthansa, that's to be expected. British Airways. Air France. This is probably a lot of the same things. Yeah, this is the same stuff. Except for one, Iberia. What's this thing? Got Saudi Arabia, but what's... Oh, Air Italia, is that what that is? Alitalia, Alitalia. All right. We'll tune into our radio and see how things sound here.
Tegel ground. Hotel Charlie Charlie Tango Juliet with Echo. Ready to taxi. IFR. Hotel Charlie Charlie Tango Juliet. Taxi 2 and hold short of runway 8 left via taxiway Sierra Whiskey. Contact tower on 118.7 when ready. Taxi runway 8 left using taxiway Sierra Whiskey. Hotel Charlie Charlie Tango Juliet. Tegel ground. Alitalia 2442 with Echo. Ready to taxi IFR. Alitalia 2442. Taxi 2 and hold short of runway 8 left using taxiway Sierra Mike Sierra Whiskey. Contact tower on 118.7 when ready. Taxi runway 8 left using taxiway Sierra Mike Sierra Whiskey. Alitalia 2442. Tegel ground. Flanders 5884 with Echo.
Flanders.
Taxi IFR. Flanders 5884. Taxi
Is that like Ned Flanders from The Simpsons?
Via taxiway Sierra Mike Sierra Whiskey.
Hot diggity dog.
Tower on 118.7 when ready. Taxi runway 8 left using taxiway Sierra Mike Sierra Whiskey. Flanders 5884.
May not have to tune to any other channel. Oh, let's hope to hear a Lufthansa or Germania or which we may or may not.
13 Foxtrot, ready to copy IFR clearance to Hanover. Cessna 13 Foxtrot.
Hanover.
Cleared to Hanover Airport as filed. Fly runway heading. Climb and maintain 12000. Departure frequency is 125.625. Squawk 4542. Cessna 13 Foxtrot, cleared to Hanover Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 12000. Departure on 125.625. Squawk 4542. Cessna 13 Foxtrot. Reback is correct. Contact ground on 121.75 when ready to taxi today. Tegel ground. Cessna 13 Foxtrot with Echo. Ready to taxi IFR. Cessna 13 Foxtrot. Taxi 2 and hold short of runway 8 left using taxiway Sierra Whiskey. Contact tower on 118.7 when ready. Taxi runway 8 left.
Okay. We're on tower. Let's see if we can hear a little bit more going on here. We have a Lufthansa moving. Should be someone mentioning something about Lufthansa. We got someone coming in for landing too. And that looks like Lufthansa. You see a British Airways.
Lufthansa 5328. Turn next taxiway.
There he is, right there. We were just talking to that one.
Tegel, Tower, Echo, Whiskey, Charlie, Tango, Kilo, at runway 8, left, ready for takeoff, IFR, Tsukuma, Echo,
Look at
Whiskey,
them all
Charlie,
line
Tango,
up.
Kilo, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, Echo, Whiskey, Charlie, Tango, Kilo.
Okay, that's him right here. The one that was just talking, I think.
Stanza 5328, turn next taxiway.
So remember, we have the air traffic set to 100%. Because according to the manual, you have to have it set that high in order, because like each stage of the percentages determines.
Germania 6110,
Here's Germania.
IFR departure, runway 8 left. Germania 6110, hold short, runway 8 left, traffic is on the runway. Stanza 5328, turn next taxiway.
All right.
Short, runway 8 left.
I think we've given this one
Charlie Tango
a decent
Kilo.
chance.
Contact Berlin Center on 125.625.
We got one more airport,
125.625.
and that'll be Kingsford Smith International in Sydney, Australia.
Cleared for takeoff.
Sydney, Australia, at Kingsford Smith International. We got Qantas. Got quite a few Qantases that are showing up here. Virgin Records. It's the Virgin Megastore. Air New Zealand. Some more Qantas over there. Oh my. Welcome to Sydney, Australia. 2002 style. Okay. We'll go ahead and switch back to flight mode, and we'll go to our air traffic control, so that way we can see if anyone's talking.
Delivery, Cessna 13 Foxtrot, IFR to Yankee Sierra Tango Hotel, ready to copy.
Cessna 13 Foxtrot is cleared to Yankee Sierra Tango Hotel. Airport is filed. Fly runway heading. Climb and maintain 4000. Departure frequency is 124.55. Squawk 1524.
Cessna 13 Foxtrot, cleared to Yankee Sierra Tango Hotel, airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 4000. Departure on 124.55. Squawk 1524.
Cessna 13 Foxtrot. Readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.7 when ready to taxi. Good day.
Alright, so we're on ground.
Sydney ground,
Not sure
Cessna
if anyone is
13
talking yet.
Foxtrot with Golf, ready to taxi IFR.
Cessna 13 Foxtrot. Taxi to and hold short of runway 16 right via taxiway runway 16 right. Contact tower at 120.5 when ready.
Taxiing runway 1.
Okay, I got her switched over to tower. Let's see if anyone says anything. Maybe once you arrive to the land down under, you don't leave, mate. You go to stay. I'm not sure. Let's turn around here. There's those two Qantas. Shouldn't we be hearing Qantas or something? Then again, I think we might be in the way. Let's move out of the way here. There's one. We should at least hear something from this guy. Maybe. That was a Virgin. I think that's Virgin Air. Is he taking the runway or is he going to park? Oh, well, dang it, he's not taking the runway, as I had thought. Alright, well, we know that it's populating the airport. As far as I'm communicating with ATC, I'm sure it's there. It just doesn't seem to be as prevalent as some of the other ones. But anyhow, that is our last airport that we're going to take a look at for this this episode. So thanks for joining me on this flight, and as we continue to take a look at MyTraffic, and you know, if it's good or not good, and you know what you all think. And I will be using it for this World Tour series, but it won't be the only one that I use. I'll be using some different ones too.
Sydney Tower, Qantas 3786, ready for IFR departure, runway 16 right.
Finally.
3786 cleared for takeoff.
I'm about ready to fall asleep.
Qantas 3786.
Alright, well, check this flight out in the other simulators, and I hope to see you on the next leg of our journey. Take care. We've got a long way to go in this world tour, so remember to subscribe to be notified of future flight simulator content. I've also done this same flight on other simulators, such as the ones you see on your screen, but you'll find more in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around amongst the clouds.